Welcome back to YinYangTK, everyone, and today we have breaking news actually that happened yesterday but didn't have time until today, that the beginning after the end anime has been revealed and that Crunchyroll will be streaming it in 2025 of next year. When of 2025? Well, we don't know yet, but we did get a little teaser. But before that, I just wanted to show you exactly what was on that announcement, because right now New York Comic Con is happening in New York, of course, and the author of the beginning after the end announced that, and he was very just emotional and excited. And this is what he says: like, the anime adaptation of the officially revealed The Beginning After the End, the web novel and manga by Turtle Me, with manga adaptation and art by Fuyuki 23 for seasons 1 to 5, and then season 6 is lined up to direct the adaptation of Studio A Cat, and Crunchyroll has confirmed plans to stream the series in 2025. You can see the teaser right here. We're going to see it pretty soon right now, and this is kind of like the poster of what you're seeing. Beginning After the End, anime release date 2025, the staff, the director, the series composition, the story supervisor, Turtle Me. I like that the actual author is the one that's getting kind of like all of the control of this anime so far. Music by Kenji Inai, and then a production Slow Curve, and animation production Studio A Cat. I'm not sure what studio it is, but we're gonna get onto it. And it says in the account, an officially bilingual website, along with the news comment from the original author, here's what Turtle Me had to say about the announcement. Dear viewers in Japan, I'm grateful to announce that The Beginning After the End is being adapted into an anime, a milestone made possible by your incredible support. Having grown up reading manga, it's an honor to have my story recognized in the birthplace of anime and manga, one of my first influences in writing. I'd like to thank Studio A Cat for their hard work in adapting the story into an animation, and Crunchyroll for making this all happen. Working with them has been a pleasure to bring this story to life in a new form. My serious gratitude for the generous support and celebrating this milestone with me. And that was kind of like what they're saying. And I wanted to actually go to see what is Studio Cat, just from the get-go. And Studio Cat, it says here, is a Japanese animation company, in Tokyo. It's been founded since 1996, over 28 years. And these are some of the I guess anime that has been doing on Transformers Energon. I think I've seen that one before. So let's see if there's like any other ones that I've seen. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farming related skills. Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human. So that was like the latest one. So it has a lot of like CGI animation, which a lot of people kind of like criticize. I kind of criticize it a little bit too, but it is what it is. But maybe this one will be much better. And then these are some films: Frame Arms Girl, and then original video animations like the OVAs. So yeah, so far I think it is a good direction. But just a little bit about The Beginning After the End. Let me just break it down to you. This is such a big deal because back when, COVID happened, when everything was shut down, most of us were just, trying to get as much media as possible. And that's when I realized that there was this thing called manhwas, like the Korean comics or the Korean mangas. And the first one that I ever read was Solo Leveling. Now, after Solo Leveling had a little bit of a break, I came across this other manhwa called The Beginning After the End. And once I saw that, I'm like, wow, this could be a really good successor of Solo Leveling. Like, if Solo Leveling was like top tier, this one is just as top tier, or if more. But once they announced that there was going to be a publication, an English publication here in the States, I got it. I got the actual, first volume of the manga. And I actually have the other 6 volumes, and I just started to read all of these. And I'm actually thinking of doing a read-along, a manga read-along, maybe later, starting in November. I haven't decided the time yet. But for those of you that are not familiar with, the story, I'm here to break it down a little bit. And, what better way than going to beginning after the end wiki, which kind of tells you a little bit, but not giving you too much. So it's the beginning after the end, a Korean, tapas original seasonal comic based on the novel of the same name, is written by Turtle Me and illustrated by Fuyuki23. The release schedule is 3 times a month for season 1, weekly for season 2 and season 3, and the current available English, Korean, Japanese, Thai, and Chinese, Mandarin, and French. So those are what's are available right now. So here's the story synopsis. It says, King Gray has unrivaled strength, wealth, and prestige in a world governed through military ability. However, solitude lingers closely behind those with great power. Beneath the glamorous exterior of a powerful king lurks the shell of a man, devoid of all purposes and will. Reincarnated in a new world filled with magic and monsters, the king has a second chance to live his life. Correcting the mistakes of his past will not be his only challenge. However, underneath the peace and prosperity of the new world is an undercurrent threatening to destroy everything that he has worked for, questioning his role and reason for being born again. So just by that, if you're not excited about that, come on now. There is some excitement right there. And just like the manga itself is just beautiful, beautiful art. But you don't have to take my word for it. We're going to actually look at the actual teaser right now to kind of show you exactly how it looks. Based on Reincarnation Adventure series, rated over 150 million. And look, you see King Gray right there doing his own thing, being freaking awesome, right? And then this is like the actual world that we're seeing right now. We're seeing the world, a cold-blooded king, right, is reborn as an infant. Right there, look at that cute little guy. And then he becomes even more. So he says, the beginning after the end, season 1, that is going to be airing in 2025. And then that guy, that iconic mask is like right there. So, yeah. So, just going back right there, it says, based on the Reincarnation Adventure series, rated over 150 million times throughout the world, right? Yeah, it has a record. Actually, is getting close to, solo leveling status right there. And, just seeing that itself, it's just freaking awesome. Just like the king, and then he becomes a freaking infant. Look how cute he is. How adorable right there. So you gotta remember that kid. That kid is just so mischievous. And then this is what the actual title is going to look like right there. So yeah, it is freaking amazing. So if you want to follow the story, you can go to Turtle Me or Tapas on Twitter or any Facebook, Instagram. I think also on TikTok as well. And he's right now attending a New York Comic-Con. I think he did a couple of sign-in events. And yeah, it let me tell you, I'm excited for it. I'm so excited that now I have the need to do maybe some content for this. So this is the guy, this is Turtle Me, this is the guy that made it all happen. And he was doing a little sign-in in the convention center. I think he also went to a bookstore as well. But yeah, it looks freaking amazing. And just looking at all that, you see Arthur, or Art as you call him, and then you see the little dragon pet right there. You're going to learn a little bit more about him. And then you kind of see the characters on the bottom right there. Not to spoil too much, right? But the way the story is, it pulls your strings a little bit. I remember when I first read it by myself, it was just going through so many directions, and then we had to wait, and there was a little bit of a hiatus of this manga, but overall it's beautiful. It's beautiful written, it's beautiful art, and now that we're gonna have a anime for this, is just gonna be just as awesome. And like I said before, this, when I thought that Solo Leveling was finishing, I thought that this would be its successor, right? There cannot be any more than Solo Leveling than this, because this one is just top tier. And I know there's some other ones that I'm not mentioning before, but again, I'm kind of putting it in perspective of from manga to anime. So if we're talking from manga to anime, then this is going to rival Solo Leveling. Mark my words on that. But yeah, I highly recommend it on this. Like I said before, I'm thinking about doing a manga read along. If you guys are interested on that, let me know. But what about you guys? What do you guys think about that announcement of beginning after the end? Have you read the manga, or are you going to read it? Write your comments below. And if you like the content of this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications so you know when future videos are available. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's announcement. I hope you're excited about that. And again, stay awesome.